Hi guys, welcome back. This is not, I did not do this. This is what came in this binder, by the way. This is going to be my catalogue of stamps, dies, stencils, masks, embossing folders, stencils. Did I say that? I don't know. Any of that kind of stuff that helps me make things. So this is not my colour catalogue. I'll have a separate video for that. But I've mentioned this a couple of times in videos and in organising videos. So I want to show you what I've done. The thing with this is once you've got it going, just stay on top of it or you will get behind. But as you can see, this is a very big binder. This is I actually left this in because I haven't even changed it. It's like a slip cover thing, so you can add your own stuff to it. This is what am I trying to say? An A4 extra large 4D ring, 65mm. So 65mm. Yeah, because I can work that out, honestly. Is about 3.5 inches. Alright, so just gives you an idea of how big this thing is. And it's full. Yeah, it's pretty full. So I'm probably going to need another one. Right, just in the front here, you can't quite see that, but I just have the samples of my stencils from Tim Holtz, the mini ones. Just because, well, it just made sense to put them there. I may eventually move them somewhere else. I'm just trying to get this somewhat lined up so you can see what I'm doing. Right, let's do that then. That's better. Right, so right in the front I have, Lawn Fawn has some great lists of all their things. So these are like the stamps and the coordinating dies, and every year or so, or whenever it is, they update it as well. So yes, you have to redo it once a year, but unless you just add your own pages in. But I think this is really handy. Then we have, what is this? So this is the dies. So standalone dies, that kind of thing. And that's what those are. And then there's clippings, which are the stencils. So I do mark that off, but I actually have stuff in here. It's a bit of artwork. I kind of liked it, so it went in there. And then this is a list of example lists of themes and sentiments from Totally Tiffany. Check out her videos. She does a whole four section system. Ooh, say that 3 times fast. So this is just some ideas of sections you could have in your catalogue. And then also with a lot of the Lawn Fawn dies and that, you get an example or an idea on the back. So I save all that because that's ideas, right, for next time. So I just stick them all in the front here. No rhyme or reason. I just plonk them in there. And then also my spell binders, some of the dies, same thing. I got some of them where they have examples of what to do or ideas, I guess, and some of the foiling ones and stuff like that. So if it had an actual thingy like this, I put it here in the front. Otherwise I'd either, with some of these foiling ones, actually do a bit of foiling to put it in there, unless there's actually an example with it that I could put in that section. So to start with, I have a pink section. These are just temporary adhesive tags, sorry. And I just use a label maker. My first section is alphanumeric and sentiments. So anything that's alphanumeric, sentiments, but not specific to a theme, so not specifically Christmas or Halloween or that sort of thing, goes in here. So alphabet dies, it's a sentiment, but the sentiment's not within something else. So I could actually put that in birthdays as well, to be fair. But if I want a sentiment, I'll come here first. So, and then I literally, when I started this, I die cut everything. I stamped everything. Yeah, I got clever to that. Now I find it online. I found a picture and I print it. Quicker, easier. Yes, you have to print things, but oh my god, this took me 2 days to do some of this. Oh, anyway. So I basically have the dies, and then I try and write the name of it. Another thing with printing is all that stuff's on there already. You don't even have to do anything with it. Camera cut out, of course. I have my fan on, so apologies if there's a bit of ooh going on. Anyway, so sentiments. So anything that was just sentiments, right? So these are mostly sentiments. There's the odd flower or whatever, but mostly they are sentiments. And then because of how I store my stamps, I actually use these, come in the cases that you get your Stampin' Up! Stamps in. I actually just took the whole thing out and stuck it in here. Easy reference, everything's on it, perfect. Again, just printing out whatever those things are. So much easier, guys. So now, and we've already gone into it, then I have different sections. So I have a birthday, I have backgrounds and borders, so all the backgrounds, borders, a lot of your embossing folders are going to be backgrounds. I know you can't see it on here, but actually in person you can see what those textures are, and I went with a black and white theme, but obviously I got clever. So, and it's much better this way. It's less bulky as well, believe it or not, because you've just got 2 bits of copy paper in here rather than cardstock and copy paper. So just any borders and backgrounds. I then have a bugs section which could also go in Halloween, but bugs. I have faces for my Peachy Keen staff. Then I have 4 different critter sections, right? I have farm critters, and I have, let me think, I have pets, woodland, and prehistoric. Pardon me, prehistoric or like mythical kind of things. So for me, that's just how I think. So that's where they went. And then I have like food, any foodie ones, interactive elements, so anything that's going to create an interactive thing. Some of these are, you know, ideas from Lawn Fawn directly, but there's like the double slider, the magic slider thing, whatever it's called, picture changer. Yeah, just anything that could make an interactive sort of element on a card is in here. New home, it's kind of obvious, anything that relates to a new home. And anything from stamps, dies, stencils, masks, what's the other thing, embossing folders, any of those go in any of these sections. So pets, and sometimes I'll put one across into another one. So like, where's a good example? So this one, if I can show you this, this is actually a Halloween set. So it's in the Halloween section because that's what Lawn Fawn brought it out for. It was a Halloween themed stamp set, but there's little dogs in it that for the Halloween set you dress up in Halloween outfits, but for me they're little dogs and you can use them for anything. They're pets, little pets. Let me just get my sleeves down. Then I have prehistoric mythical, so there's like a scaly embossing folder there that reminds me of dinosaurs or something. And then there's some prehistoric mythical creatures in here, dinosaurs and dragons and all that fun stuff, and even things that dies that might relate to it. So castles for me is kind of old, if you know what I mean. So then I have, whoops, scene building, again dies that create, where you can create a scenery, anything that creates any scenery things. These are embossing folders. This is bricks. I know you can't see it so well, but I've got bricks there, I've got waves, there's tree, like a, not tree, what do you call it, wood grade, and these are bubbles. So again, they're all things that you can use to create scenery things, like all of these things here. Then I have, and look, even, you know, stencils for all the edges, you know, the edge stencils, sea, cloud border ones. You've seen me use that 1,000 times. And then I have anything that is a stackable label, banner, box, or tag. So any of the dies or anything but mostly these are dies. So these are all like the tags and book plates, boxes, stackable dies. So, you know, the stackables. I don't know how else to say that. Anything like that. Then I have a vintage section. Vintage for me, this is the other thing with the labels, with this, you know, whatever your themes are. Vintage for me is anything distress. I mean, anything Tim Holtz distress kind of thing. So for me, all his, or pretty much all of his, you know, dies or, you know, things like that, they'll go in this section, because for me, he is the king of distress and vintage and grunge and stuff like that. So that's where it needs to go. So I have a vintage section, but that doesn't mean that it's just Tim Holtz in here. So I do have some Tim Holtz stuff, obviously, because that's where his stuff goes. So embossing folders, but I do have a like a lacy die embossing folder here from Crafter's Companion, and then there are some Stampin' Up ones that to me were very vintage. This is it just speaks vintage to me, this one as well. And then of course his stamps go in this section just because. And then I know that all my Tim Holtz stuff is in that section. Even if this is wood grain or like a wallpaper, it's in that section. But I could also put like the wallpaper one in the scene building, because it's a wallpaper, right? Then I have wedding. And when you're going through this, you don't have to make this category. If you don't have anything that's wedding, don't put a wedding category in. That's pointless. If you then land up with a wedding themed something, go for it. The other critter one I have is wild. I can't remember if I said I had 4. Maybe I've got 5 sections. I don't know. But wild is sort of, for me, any African animal. It's a wild animal. As well as like llamas and stuff like that. So these mooses and things like that. And then I have woodland one. Sorry, I'm laughing too much. Woodland is things like skunks and frogs and any owls. So this is a winter themed one, but it's in here because there's an owl on it, right? Because that is what I see as a woodland creature. Yeah. And then we get into, so those are my blue section, if you like, so the themes A to Z. And then we come to seasonal stuff. So seasonal's in like a green. So I actually added an extra season to this, and that is my Valentine love section. So anything hearts, if I think hearts, I go here. If I think Cupid, I go here. Anything that relates to love themed, or these are embossing folder strips. I know it's hard to see those on camera. Anything that has a love theme thing to it goes in here. So this one, there's a few different things here. So I printed a few times, but this is what I'll remember that's in here. These are the masks from Tim Holtz from years ago. But I also have this in Halloween. I also have this in Christmas, because that's what it, you know, has in it. But anything heart, love, Valentine theme. Now these guys, this is a good example. These guys are sea creatures. So they also go in my summer ocean section, because that's where I'd use them as little animals. But these stamps are actually love themed, so they go in here as well. So it's just a cross reference. Then I have spring Easter, because to me those two go together. And so anything spring Eastery goes in here. So butterflies, bumblebees, bunnies, flowers, yeah, anything like that goes in here. Lots of dragonflies. This to me is with the mushrooms. That's kind of springy. More flowers, more flowers. These are all sort of florally embossing folders again. Bunnies. Flowers, flower fairies, do you remember them? I love them, I will never get rid of them, I'm obsessed. Bunnies, fairies that are sort of like, to me, because there's all the flowers in there, you can use that for spring. but my fairies are also in the mythical creature thing. So anything like that. Then I have summer, oh, and chicks, little chickens. I don't know why. I know they're in the farm section, but they're also in this section. So summer ocean, that's ocean screams summer to me. So that's what we have going on here. So we have anything that relates to this, so whether it's a scene building or not, anything that is specifically ocean or summer related. So here's those little guys again in the ocean section. I can't talk. And anything that I think is summery. So there's like an ice cream van here, there's or taco truck, there's a little bicycle. I mean, these guys are on the beach, so you know that's obvious, but anything oceany, yummy. This food section, but it's also, because of the sentiment and that, is very summery to me. So anything like that goes in here. Then of course we have my favourite season of all, Halloween. So, and did you know I was, oh no, I'm not going to say that on camera actually, it'll give that away. Anyway, I digress. So anything again Halloween goes in here. So sometimes if there's a stamp set or a die set that has more than one thing together, which is usually what Stampin' Up tend to do, they'll have like a love and a bit of Christmas and a bit of Halloween all in one stamp set or die set. Drives me mad, but because I can't separate those things. So having a catalogue means that when I store these things, I can store them under the name of the manufacturer or the company, so Stampin' Up, and then in my catalogue I can make the different, you know, like if it's dies, I can then die cut the different things for different sections and put them in those sections. So these are like the fall Halloween ones, and then there's some more from the same set, there's some Christmassy ones, so they're in that section. I don't know why they do that, it bothers me. So but that's me more than, I think that's probably me, not, you know, not them obviously, but yeah, so then I will do that for that reason. So again, there's Halloween. This is a cat die. Again, this goes in the pet section, but me, I would use it probably at Halloween. And then again, these are all references from Mama Elephant, because it shows you all the different things that you can do with that die set. So that's just handy to have in your catalogue as well. And then told you I'm obsessed with Halloween. So yes, I have it on at Halloween. Oh, this is also what I want to show you. So sometimes, like some of my foiled, these are spellbinders, the Halloween ones from a few years ago that I showed you guys. I did a few videos on that, I think. There's already like a guide, like almost like a foiled guide to show you what those are. So I actually put them in here directly without having to find a, you know, print a copy of something or whatever. If that made any sense. I'm trying to beat my camera here. So yes, I have one or two Halloween themed things. I love that. And then of course we have Winter Christmas. I mean, hello. So again, I have some, like I say, when I started doing this, I actually die cut everything that I had other than my lawn fawn. I started die cutting all the other companies I had. It took me an entire weekend. I was not going to keep doing that, hence the printing. But the ones that I cut out are used. So there's the other ones from that Stampin' Up set. And again, some more guides for the different, from the different companies of what they have. Some of them how to put them together, different ideas of what to do with their add-on dies. So even though I've got the add-on there, I've got the what you can do with it in there, which is handy. Really, really useful. There's the Christmassy foiled one. You can see the foil there, not sure. And again, I have a lot of Christmas. I like Christmas. And this is another thing. Again, there's a whole bunch of different things in the Stampin' Up set. These two in particular, I really didn't know where to put, so in the end I put them in my Christmas section. They have a bit of Christmas, a bit of fall, a bit of everything. That's just where they landed up because I I didn't know where to put them. I didn't want to do it like 15 times or whatever. So I just did that. I could copy that actually, to be fair. And then the only Tim Holtz ones that land up in these sections are the Halloween and Christmas ones, because they are specific to Halloween or Christmas. So they go in that section. The rest of it is the things that I have of his will be in the vintage section, because that's just what I think when I think Tim Holtz. So there you have it. So I hope that was helpful, guys. I hope this gives you some ideas on what to do or how to put a catalogue together. It's very easy to do. It's just if you have a lot of stuff, it's going to take a bit of time. So once I would do it in sections, I would maybe do stencils, and if you have a ton of stencils, then just do 10 minutes at a time or something like that, or you know, just yeah, and just maybe have somewhere you can leave that stuff so you can pick it up where you left off, sort of thing, or at least put something in between so you know how far you've got to cataloguing those things. The other thing that I have started using is Airtable. It's an app that you can get for your PC or on your phone or whatever. I use it on my PC because that just makes sense to me, and it's just another way that I might be cataloguing this stuff, because, well, you've seen the size of this binder. It obviously takes up a lot of room. So yeah, if I have to get another one, I actually don't know where I'm going to put it, because this kind of hides in a cupboard, because I don't need to look at it every day. It's kind of ugly, but I don't need to look at it every day, but sometimes when I've lost my mojo, I find this really helpful. So I think I'm slowly going on to a digital version, but this for me has helped me out so much. So I think a catalogue of some description is probably a good idea, especially if you lose your mojo, your crafty mojo sometimes, which is what happens to me quite a lot. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope this, you know, you got some hints and tips and ideas from this. And thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, and hitting that notification bell. Hitting that bell means that you will be notified when I send out another video. And it also lets YouTube know when you hit the like button, or the thumbs up. It lets YouTube know what you want to see more of, and that really helps my channel. So thank you so much to all of you who do watch my videos. Those of you who have been around from the beginning, I can't thank you enough. And those of you who are newer, I hope you stay for the long haul. And I will see you in the next time. I can't talk. I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.